Hi chess friends, today I want to show you two really amazing and wild games that I have done against my friend on lichess. Here we play two games 3+3, so it's really difficult to play every time the correct move, so we blunder in sometimes, but are really particular game and beautiful. So I decided to show you this. For the first game, I play with the black pieces, and my opponents play with the white pieces. His ELO is 2123, so a lot for me. I am 2000 and hard fight. He opens with e4, classical opening. g6, d4, and bishop g7. He controls a lot of square with this pawn. This is a normal idea, and I decide to control the center from the g7 with the bishop. Knight f3 and c5 to create some weakness here on the position. We have c3, c capture for d4, c capture for d4, and now d6. We have a knight c3 and a knight d7, bishop c4 and knight f6 with the idea to castle. Here we have a castle and castle. I want to say that here computer suggests for white to push, because here white is completely winning, because I have done a mistake in the opening. It's not easy to spot, but e5 is winning, because here I have to capture, d capture for e5, d capture for e5, and now knight here to counter-attack on the e pawn, but follows bishop capture for f7 check, and after king capture for f7 follows this tactics, knight here and check. After the king move, queen can this queen can capture the knight in this way. Queen capture for g4, but it's better to bring the knight here with a double attack, and here I will lose the bishop with check. I have to move my queen here, but knight for g7 check, and it's really hard. King f7, and this is winning for black. I can take really this knight because follows the castle, and this is losing for black. Okay, I can't hold this, but this is a mistake in opening, and we have to study this. So e5 was a winning idea. Luckily he plays a castle and I can castle, and the game continues. Rook e1, and now a6 with an idea to push my b pawn, b5 pawn, and kick away this light square bishop. We have a bishop f4, continue with development, and b5 like prevented. We have bishop b3 and bishop b7. Now the position is completely equal for a computer. I develop my light square bishop here to put pressure on the e4 pawn with my knight, with my bishop. We have d5 to close the diagonal of my light square bishop, and rook c8. Rook c1 to counterattack on the c file, and now knight h5. I decide to play this move because has a lot of it's so strong in my opinion, because in this way I attack his his bishop with my knight, and my bishop now is fully operational on this diagonal. He is attacking this knight, and if this knight moves, will attack this pawn, and this is my idea. After a normal move of bishop e3 to save the bishop, I play the b4 to attack the knight, and after knight come here, I decided to take my idea. So I take the pawn, bishop capture for b2. It's not winning. I have only one pawn up. I have a pawn more, but it's completely equal for a computer. Okay, because I have 7 pawns for 6 pawns, but nothing of dangerous, okay? He played rook capture for c8, queen capture for c8, and now really nice idea, knight d4. The idea of this move is to avoid my coming back of the dark square bishop, because I would like to come back here on g7, perfect square, but in this way he closed the diagonal. And now I have to decide. I could play bishop capture for d4, and this is not a good move for a computer. He could capture, for example, with the knight, and the game continues. Probably I have to come back with the knight, and I'm attacking this pawn, but he can defend easily, and a completed draw. Or another idea is to continue with my plan and play queen c7 with the idea to double up on the c file with my rook, and maybe in the future I will put my bishop here. Here we have queen d2. He is attacking my dark square bishop, and now I decided to play bishop c3. I have to save my bishop. I have not a lot of option. If I play something bishop a3, this bishop here is block, little block. It's not a bad move, but my bishop here has no activity. Yes, he controls c1 square, but I prefer to bring my bishop here. Bishop c3, and now knight capture for c3, b capture for c3. In this way I have a pass pawn, maybe in the future, could be dangerous, and a queen e2. Here white could play like queen c2 to block my pawn, but for now queen e2 is a perfectly good move. I play knight c5 with an idea to attack this pawn and maybe to attack the light square bishop. He comes back, completely right move. In this way he defends this pawn with the bishop, and now I play knight f6. We have e3. There is a double attack against this pawn, so you have to defend, and the best way is to push f3. Sorry about that. f3, okay. We have knight d7, and my idea is to bring the knight maybe on e5 or on the b6, and then come on a4 in the future. We have bishop h6, really good move to attack my rook, and he has a control of this dark g7 square, because I have my dark square bishop, so I take a pawn I give up my dark square bishop to take a pawn, okay? And rook c8 to save my rook and to develop my rook. And now bishop g5. This bishop here, he is so dangerous. He is attacking my e7 pawn, and he will bring the queen into the game, and maybe he will go for an attack with the queen and the bishop. Here I decided to play knight b6. Another possibility was like knight e5. Knight e5 for a computer is a good move. He can push, and now I have to come back, and if he decide to take, this is not so good position, because I have rook e8, and after bishop here I can maybe play this knight capture. After bishop capture I can play bishop capture, but and this is a good position for me, better position, but I haven't seen this line. Too difficult for me, okay? Sacrifice a pawn like this. I didn't want to play knight e5, because after this push I have to give up to my deep e pawn, so important, and I wasn't able to see this combination. So here I decide to play knight b6 to keep an eye with the queen, the e7 pawn, and now he play h4. Really aggressive way to try to push and to break into my defense. And now here I should have played something like h5 to block this idea of pushing. And here computer suggests several moves. One is h5. It seems good, but for computer is not so good, but block at least the easy h5. The correct move was knight here, but for me it's too much to see, and in a blitz game you can calculate everything, because after knight d7 I can bring my queen here and attack this knight. He has to come back with the bishop, and the game continues, okay, because I knight here, and a lot of combination, but so difficult to see. So here I played not so good move, because I decided to play knight a4. I want to counter attack, but here I allow his pushing h5. And when your opponent push h4, you have to keep an eye on the h file, because h4 h5 is so dangerous. Now this pawn is so strong. Here I continue with my plan, and I play knight b2. Really nice coordination of my knights. This knight can jump here, and this knight controls the d3 square. This knight controls the d3 square. I will jump maybe in the future. We have h capture for g6, h capture for g6, and now king f1, f2. A nice idea to bring the rook on the h file and do some damage with the coordination of the bishop. This is not the perfect move for the engine, because here engines suggest queen e3, and it's too difficult to see how queen e3 is so strong. But however, the game continues. I have to play something. I can't bring my knight here because it follows queen capture for c3, but I have to come back with the knight again and give my pawn, but follows again rook here, like before. So we have king f2, however a good move, I think. And now I push a5. Really nice idea. I want to bring my light square bishop here to attack this queen, and to control better the d3 square, because if here white plays simply rooks here, I can play bishop here, and after he moves the queen, I can jump with my knight on the d3 square, and I have a lot of control on the board. After queen capture, I can play knight capture with the check, and my position is not winning. It's only a good way to continue the game, and this was my idea. Computer doesn't suggest it, but it's human line. I thought that was a strong position for me. And he plays in this position after a5. He decided to play a4, and a4, it's incredible. Seems a good move, because if I play bishop here, he can jump with a knight. But can you see how is difficult chess? Because a good move here was queen e3, allowing this bishop a6 to control a lot the square, because it's not so dangerous like we thought, both me and my opponent, my friend. But so he was scared about my bishop. Oh, sorry about that. He was scared about my bishop a6, and he decided to push. And a4 is incredible, but a4, it's a losing move for white, completely losing. Here I decided to play knight capture for a4. That is a mistake. The idea here was bishop a6, and is not important about knight b5. Here I simply move my queen, and my position is better for computer. He continued with the rook here, but I counterattack with the f6, and he has to come back. He has no way to... If he plays something like this is bad, then he have to play a nice sacrifice, queen f3. I can capture the pawn, because it follows this queen capture for g5, and I have no way to defend my pawn, and it's really hard position for me to spot. However, I didn't see this line, and I play knight capture for a4, rook h1, and king g7. Really good move. Seems a good move, king g7, to bring my rook into the game on the h8 and counterattack of the rook. but this is not a good idea. This is completely losing, because here we have bishop h6, and after king g8 he plays queen e3, and now I play f6, and now really nice move from my opponent. He plays the really aggressive bishop g7. What a move. Here I would like to capture this bishop, but here follows a wonderful checkmate in 6, because queen h6 check, and I have no way to escape. If I go here, it's queen h4 g6, after king here rook come to the attack, and this is checkmate. If I go there on f7, it's mate m5, queen h7 check, king, this pawn is so important, controls the e6 square, so I can move my king here. And after king e8, queen g8 check, king d7, queen e6 check, king e, I have to capture what a sacrifice of queen e6 check, knight capture 46, and after pawn capture 46, king e8, and now rook h8 with a really nice checkmate e6, ended in a queen sacrifice. What a move, queen e6, because if I capture, simply too bad. What a way to win the game, because this pawn is defended by the knight, and this pawn is attacking my king. What a way to close the game. So here I realized that I couldn't take this light square bishop g7 for the checkmate, and I play king f7, but another bad move. The only way here maybe was like g5, but also a bad position. However, rook h7, and I decided to escape with I was really scared and in time trouble. It's a really difficult position to hold, completely losing, so I decided to play king e8, but he follows knight e6 with an attack on my queen. I play knight capture for e6, but bishop capture for e6. Here there was checkmate e2. After this I can stop the checkmate, okay? Rook h8 will be checkmate, but bishop capture for a4, king f7 again, and now we have d capture for e6, king f8, and now rook h8, king for g8, and queen h6. What a game! Really impressive. A lot of move, and 39 moves before the checkmate in a really thriller game. And it's incredible how we had done some attack on the board, because this is a critical moment, I think, when I push a5, sorry. Here I was thinking that my plan was so good to bring my light square bishop here and control the d3 square, but here he could simply continue with this plan. He thought that this idea was dangerous, my attacking idea, and he plays a4, but this is completely losing for white. And this is why chess is so complicated game, because here I didn't find... I consider this move not so good because knight here, but it was good for a computer. Queen b7, and the game continued with a nice advantage for me. And I show you what a game, because I gain another pawn, probably I have another pass pawn, and it's really hard to see. I can do a lot of things like queen b6, sorry, not this, queen b6. It's so beautiful. I can take the b5 pawn because follow the sacrifice, and the queen come here. Can you see? Extremely sharp attack. So I didn't see this line, and the nice idea was after the pushing, he plays this. I have to capture, capture, and now computer suggests knight here, knight c4, and my position is better. So I hope this video enjoy you. I want to thank you, my friend, for this really funny and amazing game. And I have done another game against him, and I will show you in the second part of this video. So thank you really much. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and see you soon with another video. Bye bye.